Okay, let's get into this. We are diving into a really significant financial fraud that happened in Bhadohi, India. It's a 93 crore scam, just massive,
93 Crore, yeah.
involving hundreds of investors who, frankly, didn't see it coming,
Yep.
and the company called very well Mutual Benefit Nidhi Limited.
Right, a needy company, so it's meant to be like a local, community bank almost.
For members only.
Exactly. Built on trust.
Yeah.
So our mission today is to quickly break down how this scam actually operated and maybe why it was so effective, particularly in a smaller town setting.
And the core of the tragedy is they just vanished.
Hmm.
They managed to lure in all these investors, a lot of whom probably didn't have deep financial knowledge, with these really high-yield promises.
Like doubling their money.
Exactly. Doubling money through fixed deposits, various schemes.
Yeah.
And then crunch time came, June 25th. People went to get their matured funds.
Yeah.
The office in Gampur, locked up tight. The whole operation had just disappeared. Gone. Wow. And the leadership, the structure there, played a big role in that local trust, right? It started under a man named Kripa Shankar.
That's right.
But after he passed away, it seems like the operation just, well, continued. Allegedly run by his wife, Asha Devi, and their sons, Ravi Anand, Akshay, Suraj, Aman.
Yeah, it gave off this vibe of a stable, local family business, something people felt they could rely on.
But it wasn't just the family, was it? The investigation points to a much wider network.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the scale becomes clear when you look at the legal side. The case that's been registered actually names 15 directors, people like Suhail Ahmad, Anand Srivastava, a whole list.
15 directors, so this was pretty coordinated.
Absolutely. This wasn't some small fly-by-night thing. It suggests a well-connected group really leveraging their local standing.
Okay, so that brings us to the money, the actual mechanics of the fraud. You'd expect a company handling, nearly 100 crore rupees to have some serious banking setup. What did they find?
Well, this is where it gets interesting and deceptive. Investigators looked, but they found basically no official bank account directly linked to very well Mutual Benefit in it itself.
No official account. So how did they collect the money?
It was a shell game, a classic one. They allegedly used a completely separate entity, something called the Microcredit Foundation.
Microcredit Foundation. So that was the front.
Seems like it. That's where the money trail led.
Yeah.
This Microcredit Foundation opened an account at the Indian Bank's branch there in Kanpur.
Ah, okay. So all the investor money, the
All of
deposit.
it was straight into that account,
Mm.
bypassing any oversight the needy company might have been under. And from there, reports suggest it was diverted pretty quickly.
For personal use.
Yeah, used to buy personal properties, assets. The police have confirmed this too. The FIR mentions Section 314 for D4 of the BNS, which deals with dishonest misappropriation. They basically said assets bought with that money can be seized.
Right. That makes sense. But still, 93 crore rupees. How did they convince so many people? You mentioned the victims, like the complainant, Rajesh Kumar Maurya. What are they saying?
Well, the allegations are that the directors were using their local influence, political connections, social standing within the district, basically making themselves seem untouchable.
So using trust and status to deflect scrutiny.
Exactly. And if you zoom out, this case is unfortunately kind of a textbook example of fraud in smaller towns. It really highlights this vulnerability.
How so?
These schemes often prey on, yes, maybe some financial illiteracy, but even more powerfully, they exploit the really high level of trust people place in known local figures,
Yeah, the person you see every day who has
Right.
influence.
Right. That feels more real, more trustworthy to some people than, faceless regulated bank. That local trust was the real engine behind this scam. And now, understandably, the victims just want their money back. They're demanding the authorities seize the accused properties.
So wrapping this up, what are the key things for you, the listener, to take away? This huge scam, nearly 93 crore, really hinged on exploiting that local trust, that social influence, combined with a pretty clever, deceptive financial setup using that shell company, the Microcredit Foundation, to siphon off the funds.
Right. And it leaves us with a pretty important question, doesn't it? Experts always talk about needing stronger regulations, more awareness campaigns. But thinking practically,
Yeah.
what specific steps could you, yourself, or maybe your local community actually take to try and spot these kinds of schemes? The ones that rely more on who you know and local trust rather than, a transparent, properly regulated financial structure. Something worth thinking about next time someone local makes a big promise about quick money.